Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing a Dreamcore inspired makeup look. I played this level I think about a year ago and it left something in me. It was so colorful and the wallpapers used in it was just really beautiful. I know a lot of people are like, why does my white foundation look cakey and just not perfect? It's because it's makeup. It's not gonna look natural, it's gonna look like makeup, and there's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to look as flawless as possible all the time. You could literally just put the makeup on and, just wear it for fun. So the trick with white foundation is to put on a very thick layer with a brush, and I have a dry, not wet, I have a dry beauty blender and I'm tapping my skin ever so gently. This is gonna help remove the streak marks, and this is what it looks like, okay? I'm showing you up close that it's not going to look flawless. Now, if you're gonna use powder, like a hefty powder like I am right here, when you're using it, make sure you are not breathing in. Hold your breath when doing this. It's gonna get everywhere. Lean over a bit. As you can see, it's literally everywhere. It's all over. It got on my shirt, it got on my hair. The only color I'm not using from Jawbreaker is Designer, and that one is in the Fade into Hue palette by ColourPop. I really like Designer, but it's not the color it like shows on the palette. On the palette, it's more of a neon chartreuse, but when you put it on, it looks like a simple bright yellow. It doesn't transfer green enough. But that's okay. I needed yellow and that's the color I used. I'm going in with Designer on my nose, on my eyebrows. So you're gonna decide if you want the eyeshadow by your eyebrows to be rounded or squared. I did a little bit of both. I could not decide if I wanted it squared or rounded, but I did a kind of like an in-between, and this is what I ended up with. It's not perfect, but it's as even as I can get it for myself. Go in with a lighter blue. This one is Brain Freeze, and the pigment is absolutely amazing. I did not realize that this stuff was going to be so pigmented. I highly recommend, if you can get your hands on the Jawbreaker palette, if you're somebody that likes bright neon pigments, I really recommend it. I have to say it's much more pigmented than my Fade into Hue palette. And then I'm using the Brain Freeze color on the bridge of my nose, the middle of my forehead, and the tip of my nose to create a little bit of an illusion. And I thought that this wasn't blended enough and it wasn't really like carrying enough pigment with the small brush, so I went in with a fluffier brush. And I'm putting that on my highlighted portions. It looks insane right now, but altogether it just looks better. You really just have to trust the process with these makeup looks sometimes. Now I'm going in with a very bright coral in the middle. I wasn't sure how bright this was gonna be. This is actually the brightest color they have on the palette, to be honest. This thing is super bright, so I'm putting this part in the middle and I'm blending it outward and inward towards the designer that's in the inner corner of my eye. So I couldn't decide if I wanted to use Bubblegum, which is a cool toned pink, or the hot pink that's a shimmer on the edge of the palette. I don't know the name of it, but I ended up just going with a matte color. I did not use any shimmer besides designer, but you can't really see the shimmer. So I'm using this cool toned pink and I'm extending it over a little further than my eyebrows. I needed some drama and there you go. It looks very nice and blended. And now I'm using the gumdrop color underneath my eye and I'm kind of bringing it under the pink so that the pink looks a little brighter. It just gives the illusion that the pink is a lot brighter. So now I'm doing my eyeliner. Of course, I have hooded eyes, so I have to do it in a very specific manner. You do your eyeliner the way you want to. I did not want to wear too much eyeliner because I wanted the eyeshadow to be the star of the show. So I did not really do a bat wing. I just did like the tiniest that I could. That would have been perfect, but I wanted an inner corner and I also wanted to add some eyeliner on top. You can use a white eyeliner with some dark lashes, maybe some white eyelashes. That would have been a very beautiful look too. Going in with some white eyeliner. This thing is amazing and it's kind of difficult to get it off, but for the dots I'm just using a white eyeliner and I'm obviously just placing them where I thought they looked even as possible. You don't have to make this part look even, you can make the dots a lot bigger too. And I'm using opposite colors to kind of contrast against the color that I had placed them on. So I'm using the hot pink. I added an orange on top of that to make it brighter. I was using the coral and it turned out very nice. this is the end result. I really love it. I just added on some eyelashes and purple lip gloss. And this was the final result. I really like it. I hope you guys do too. Remember, stay creative and enjoy doing your makeup. Bye bye.